angels, welcome back. So today we are going to be doing a fun video. Every video is fun, duh. If you're coming to this channel, you already know. Anyways, I did get a couple of new fragrances, so I did announce it on YouTube this morning, and on Instagram I said, hey you guys, I picked up some Zerjoff. I do have Zerjoff samples that I got from the company and from a perfume boutique that I absolutely love. Insert clips here. That's in Orlando, that does a fantastic job with helping you find the most amazing, exquisite, beautiful fragrances. So that being said, we're gonna get right into this video. This is the Zerjoff review. You guys know that I am a fan of Zerjoff if you follow me on Instagram. I just think that they have such beautiful bottles and the scents are so unique. It is not a house that I would blind buy from if I were brand new to like niche scents, because it is very, very, very much a unique scent. Like it is very, very, very unique. And at the price point of niche fragrances, you definitely want to make sure you're smelling them before you're buying them. So if you have a place to go to smell them, that's a great option. If not, you can order samples as well. So that being said, let's hop into this video. I'm gonna grab the bottles and I'll be right back. And it's actually nighttime, so I'm actually gonna grab an adult beverage. Feel free to pause this video, grab a coffee if it's morning, or you know what, no judgment. Grab whatever beverage you need to grab at this moment in time, and I will meet you right back here. Okay, so I was seriously cringing because I thought I had thrown away all of my Zerjoff samples, but I did not. So rest assured, I have this from the company, from Zerjoff Universe. I did get another sample today from my friend at the perfume place. And then let me just grab the last one. Uno momento. So we have, let's see here. We have Symphonium. We have Amabile. I know that's not how you pronounce it. I can't do it, but anyways, it's Amabile. So we have two of those samples. We have Cruise Dessert 2, which is really pretty. I'm gonna kind of lump that next to the Amabile because I feel like those are very similar in a way. They're very different in many ways, but they have a similarity, which is the fruit, the fruitiness. Italica, and then we have, as far as samples go, Ivory Root, one of my favorites. We have Jebel, Amber Star, Star Musk, and then I have two full-size bottles, which are from the Shooting Star collection. I have Allende, which I know a lot of people are not the biggest fans of Allende, and we'll talk about that in a second. And then I also have La Capitale, which is phenomenal. So many reviewers really like La Capitale. I really like La Capitale. It's sexy. The bottles are really, really heavy. They're like super heavy, and a lot of it has to do with the top. I love, love, love the tops of these fragrances. I love these fragrances. Every part of these fragrances, I think they look so beautiful. And the fragrances are just absolutely beautiful. So the bottle matches the fragrance in the fact that it just smells unique. And it smells very beautiful. So I call these like my alien scents because they're just out of this world. If you guys watched one of my other videos where I talked about Zerjoff, I just feel like Zerjoff is a very special brand. It is just a very unique, very, I don't know how to describe it. It's out of this world. It doesn't smell like anything else that I've smelled. And it doesn't smell like any other perfume house that I've smelled either. There's nothing like, you know, when you smell a fragrance and you're like, oh, this smells like so-and-so that I've smelled, or this smells like a designer fragrance, or this smells kind of like another fragrance minus something. Zerjoff has its own unique DNA that really there's nothing comparable, in my opinion. for a lot of the fragrances. Some of them, yes, but a lot of them, no. Like when I smell it, I'm just like, whoa, that is so unique. Like Italica to me is like absolutely delicious. It smells so good. It's so heavy. It's just, oh, it's just really, really good. So we'll talk about all of these in a second. I feel like this is gonna be a very overwhelming review, so maybe I will break this up into different parts so that you guys can watch parts 1 through like 3, because this is a lot of fragrance to review in one shot. So first we're gonna talk about Allende. This perfume, you guys, I blind bought this. It was really, really late at night, and I was online looking for a really good vanilla, and I just happened to stumble across Zerjoff's website, and you know, I love Zerjoff, so I was like, you know what, I'll look at what else they have to offer. The boutique that I go to for everything else doesn't carry every single Zerjoff, and the reason being is that he only carries what he truly loves in his boutique, which I respect, because a lot of times you go into a store and you get overwhelmed, and you know, there's so many options. He wants to try to bring his idea of the best to the market, which I respect. But I was curious, and I am just a curious person by nature, and so I ended up blind buying Allende. And at first I was a little bit like, I didn't read any reviews, I didn't watch any reviews, I just blind bought it. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna try it out, let's go, let's do the thing. And I bought it, and I clicked, you know, through all the stuff and bought this fragrance. So I ended up getting the fragrance. They shipped it DHL. It was perfect, super fast delivery. Was so excited, like literally so excited to smell this. After reading the reviews after I bought it, I was like, either I'm gonna love this or I'm gonna hate this, but it seems like everyone like hates this fragrance. Like, there's not many reviews out there on Allende, like really there's not. And so I was really, really excited. I got it yesterday. I tried it on. I put one spray on my hand, and then I put one spray on my shirt I was wearing before I changed into my bedtime shirt. I slept in the fragrance, and I was just kind of like, this is not something that maybe I would wear quite frequently. I was actually kind of not really excited. I was actually kind of sad about it. And I was like, oh, this wasn't something that I really, really wanted. But I have a fairy tale to this horror story, so just keep with it. So upon first whiff, my initial thoughts were, it smells like a vanilla candle from like Walgreens, Walmart. It just smells like, you know, those vanilla candles that you smell like at your grandma's house? That's how this smells. So directly out of the bottle, I got candle scent, like a vanilla candle scent. Just those cheap vanilla candles. Immediately, it brought me back to the 90s. Everyone had that vanilla scent in their houses. You know, it was very much like the Glade vanilla smell. Now, I decided today to spray it on my skin and wear it throughout the entire day. I actually got compliments on Allende. Like, I got a lot of compliments on Allende. I think it's like I think there's magnolia in there. There's some white floral high note that starts to come through later in the dry down. So people were saying it smells almost kind of sweet, like not honeysuckle, but what was the word? It was like almost like a light spring sweet, and it smelled like skin. Like, people said it smelled like sweet skin. And I thought, you know, okay, like I kept smelling it throughout the day, and I was like, this is turning into something that I love. Like, it actually smells really good. So the dry down for me, about hour 3-4 was when I was like, ooh, this is something that I can get down with. I really, really like this. Was at that hour 3-4, I was like, this is it. This is good. I'm good. I'm gonna keep the bottle. I'm gonna wear this bottle, and I want to wear it more and more and kind of play with it and maybe mix it with other scents to really get a unique scent that I'm happy with, because this is definitely something that you can mix with other fragrances. So Allende is very vanilla. It has Madagascar vanilla in the top note, middle note, and base note. So it is like a vanilla through and through. There is some cacao in there. There's magnolia, I believe. Don't quote me on that. There's some white floral in there that's kind of like that high note. But upon first spray, like, it is very much that vanilla candle with almost like a coconut suntan lotion. It's a very, very, very unique scent, you guys. This one, like, I loved the story. I actually read the story this morning when I was trying to do a little research for the video because I knew I wanted to talk about this one. It was part of a meteorite, and I'm going to show you the casing that it came in. A meteorite that fell into a vanilla bed in like Allende or something. But I thought that was really cute, and I love the Shooting Stars collection because they give you a meteorite. So this is the case. It's a very high quality case. You open it up and it actually has like the unique number, so they like write in the number, like the batch and everything. I love that. I love custom personalized things such as that. And then when you open this, the fragrance is supposed to be sitting right in here. And then inside of the little Xerjoff pouch, you open it up and there's a card with the meteorite in there. So I think that's super cute. Can you barely see it? Just a little guy like this. I need to get my nails done, so pardon the not done nails. Probably will try and do that tomorrow. But yeah, this is the meteorite that came with Allende, and it says, inspired by a wondrous meteorite shower. Inspired by a wondrous meteorite shower, Shooting Stars Perfumes captures the moment when heaven met earth. I think that's so cute. And then it tells you exactly the origins of your meteorite, because I love and enjoy special things like that, like little mementos and stories like that. So this was perfect. Allende, the dry down is very sweet, has a little bit of that coconutty, but it does smell a lot like the vanilla candles. But that dry down is really just it smells like skin. It smells like warm, sugary skin. So you have to love vanilla. I feel like you have to love a sweet scent, like sweetly scented skin, to appreciate this very unique fragrance. I want to wear it more. I want to do like its own dedicated video, because I feel like as I wear it, I'm gonna start to feel differently about it. That definitely happened today. I was very surprised. Sprayed it on this morning, not thinking I was gonna like it. I was thinking like, oh, today's gonna be an interesting day. I was showing houses all day long and ended up getting compliments on it and ended up actually loving it. So sometimes you're surprised by perfumes. Sometimes you get a perfume and you don't necessarily love it at first whiff, but then it becomes a signature scent. So I'm very, very, very open-minded when it comes to fragrance, because you just never know when you're gonna strike gold in terms of finding something that you absolutely 100% love. So for me, I can start to see how Allende could be a signature scent, because no one else, at least I don't think anyone else, is smelling like this out there in the wild. There's a lot of people who skipped out on this fragrance because they read bad reviews, and there was quite a few bad reviews. And so they just wrote it off and they didn't want to try it out. It is such a unique fragrance that if you are someone who is adventurous, I would at least try a sample of this just to see if this is something you love. You have to wear this one. You cannot just smell it out of the bottle. You cannot smell it on a tester strip. You cannot smell it just for like a couple seconds. You really have to wear this one to get the full experience. The next one we're gonna do is La Capitale. I'm totally gonna break this review up into like 3 separate parts, because there's just way, way, way too much to go into. And I feel like I look like a melted, drowned rat. We got stuck in a rainstorm today. I haven't redone my makeup. I haven't retouched up my makeup. So you just get what you get in this video. It's not my finest. I know that. I know I don't look the best, but I'm waiting for my hot tub to warm up. So in the meantime, figured I'd shoot a video. So you get what you get. It's Saturday night. I'm partying hard with my glass of wine and my fragrances. So you can tell, you know, how wild I am in my 30s. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. Definitely live a very mild life. All I do is work, go to the gym, shop for fragrance, I guess, and do reviews and sell homes. So yeah, that's basically my life in a nutshell. Anyways, La Capitale. This smells very signature Zerjoff to me. This has like that Zerjoff DNA through and through, where as Allende, you have to wear it throughout the day, and towards like hour 6 or 7, you start to get that signature. I don't know how to describe it. It's just a very, when you smell Zerjoff, you know it's a Zerjoff. This one just like, it warms my soul up. Like, it's warm. It literally like gives me a scent orgasm. It smells so good. It's just really, really warm. This one's like very, a little vanilla, a lot of amber, spicy, definitely spicy, animalic. Like this one's just very, very, very like complex. Like that's like the feel I get from this one, is just like a complex, sexy, like going out. This is like a good night out when you want to feel like exotic and sensual. This is like an exotic, sensual fragrance. It's so beautiful. I don't even know how to like fully describe how pretty this smell is. It's just, you have to smell it to really get the full experience. It smells so good. So I feel like Zerjoff fragrances have like very complex blends. This one almost has like a fruity opening. I have it sprayed on my arm. It almost smells like a fruity, decadent, spicy, warm, like pastry. I don't really know how to describe it. Okay, so there was some talk on the internet about how this smell kind of smells like dolls from the 90s. I could see how that would be picked up, because it kind of, it's like a heavier, heatier, spicier, more animalic scent of the dolls of the 90s. Like, I don't know if you guys remember the fragrance from the 90s that was on like your favorite Barbies and Bratz dolls or whatever dolls you'd get at like Toys R Us when Toys R Us still existed, but it kind of has that scent to it. So yeah, it smells a little bit like that. You can smell the strawberry in it. You can smell the slight fruity, but I feel like it's very overtaken by like the amber. Maybe some saffron. It's taken over by that like sensual side. So it's like very, very, very sensual. Not quite edible, because it's kind of like more that animalic. It's just, this is a really good fragrance. I can't even fully describe how much I love La Capitale, but I love it. It's definitely sexy. I don't think it's a blind buy type of fragrance. I really don't think any of Zerjoff is, but that being said, it is sexy. There is a little bit of that fruitiness. The dogs are fighting, but there's that fruitiness, there's that amberiness. It's sensual. It's just good. It is good. If you're looking for a new sexy fragrance, this one, give it a shot. Give it a try. Order a sample. They do these sample kits for like $25. I know that they lose money on things like this, but you won't lose money because you're gonna try it out and find what you really love and order it that way. So anyways, La Capitale, I would give it like a 9 out of 10. Like, honestly, it smells so, so good. And the fact that people say that this smells like those dolls from the 90s makes me love it even more, because for so long I was trying to find a perfume that smelled like that, because it smelled so good. I remember I used to sniff my Barbies. I know this sounds so weird, but that scent that they used to put on Barbies back in the 90s, seriously, This is very, very similar, only more spicy, a little bit more sexy. But that scent, if you could bottle it up, oh my god, that would be like, to all of us millennials, we would love and appreciate you. Okay, so I'm shooting a video and I'm trying to review a fragrance. Do you remember how Barbies used to smell in the 90s? Like that smell that like you'd open a doll and like the doll had a scent. Do you remember what that smelled like? Okay, you guys, so Amanda wrote back. We're gonna see what she has to say.
Wait, there's a perfume that smells like that. I need it.
All right, so we took a little break. I went outside and realized that my hot tub completely just shut off. So there's that. I was really looking forward to relaxing tonight. It was a very long day of showing houses, driving all around Orlando and like the greater Orlando area. But that being said, we are back. My camera did die. So my camera died, my hot tub turned off, and I'm still here. So anyways, I wanted to kind of wrap up this review. So this is the Zerjoff review, and this was only the ones that I had full bottles of, and I want to dive deeper into those specifics, like of the fragrance, and like I want to wear it more. I want to have more like experience in it so that I can talk more about that. But I do want to say one thing is that I did review the Cavalli brand, like what? Not even a week ago, and I just want to say that for anyone who is ready to kind of take the next step, I kind of like want to describe the fragrances from like Sephora. Like if you guys watched my very first fragrance review video, which was like a month ago, I talked about how I had kind of outgrown Sephora. Like there wasn't anything that was exciting me anymore. It was kind of like the fragrances, I would get them and they were either kind of like a headache in a bottle, or they smelled cheap to me, or they smelled too synthetic. My nose, I have a very, very, just a very like sharp nose. Like I can pick things up really, really quickly. And for me, Sephora just was not doing it anymore. I feel like I'm talking about like an addiction to something, and I guess this is kind of an addiction to perfume, but Sephora just wasn't doing it anymore, and so I had to find and seek out more niche brands. And now like when I smell between the two, because I'm like doused in Zerjoff right now, but when I smell the difference between the two, this just smells super, super like, I don't want to say this without sounding like bougie or offensive or anything like that. Like I love, love, love Cavalli for what it is, and I will continue to wear Cavalli, but niche fragrances just have a magic about them. Even if you're going for like a niche fragrance, like for instance BDK, this one's like $180 a bottle, I believe. These are pretty big bottles. The fragrance is absolutely amazing. This one is Gris Charnel. This one is absolutely amazing. I did pick up another BDK as well. But these ones are like on the more affordable spectrum if you're just getting into niche fragrances. I feel like BDK is pretty like universal. Like it's very like a mild way to get into niche. It's not too complex. It's nothing cray to the cray. It's just really good, solid fragrances. So if you're like newer to niche and you just want to kind of get your feet wet, I feel like this would be a really good house to start with. So that being said, like these, like once you start to really like refine your scent palette, you'll start to notice that you tend to not grab these bottles as often, and you start to have this appreciation. It's almost like with wine or with like cheeses or anything of that sort. If you're a foodie, you know, certain foods, when you start eating, you know, really interesting palettes that like excite you, it's hard to go back to something like a barefoot wine, you know, like that may have been good in high school, but it's hard to go back to that as an adult who has, you know, gone to wine tastings, has tasted really, really good wine. It's hard to go back. So that being said, Zerjoff is definitely a really great brand. I don't think it's like one that people would necessarily first get their feet wet and niche with, because it is very, very, very unique smelling. I love it because I've always been a unique seeker. Like, I just posted on Instagram that I used to wear Lolita, what is it called? Limpica? Something Limpica when I went to Aveda. So I went to Aveda for hair, and I used to wear Lolita Limpica like all throughout Aveda because it smelled so unique and I didn't want to smell like anyone else. And so from the get-go, I remember like as soon as I was like old enough to start finding like unique smells and realized, hey, I live in the Midwest, I grew up in Minnesota, but I could get these when I went on vacation to New York or to LA. I started to really explore more the niche fragrance realm. You know, I was into the exclusives. I was into, you know, Chanel's exclusives and Dior and all of these other lines. I was very into finding the perfumes that weren't easily accessible at like a Sephora or a regular department store. So that being said, I have more reviews coming up for you guys. Obviously, I'm going to finish doing the Xerjoff reviews. I'm heading to bed. I'm exhausted. That's why I have the hair up. I'm literally going to scrub my face, probably not even finish my wine, and just crash. It is 10:30 and I am like so exhausted. So anyways, I'm glad I finished this video for you guys. I felt kind of weird leaving you hanging even though I look like a hot mess. Thanks for bearing with me and being here, and hopefully the information in this video was quality, even if all this is not quality. So love you guys. Thank you for the subscribes, thank you for the comments, thank you for the thumbs up. You guys mean the world to me. I love, love, love this community on here. Over the years, building up the community of people who just like to expand on what they're doing and celebrate others and themselves, and just really grow a really cool community where everyone's supportive and nurturing and just interested in exploring all life has to offer. I think it's really, really cool that you're here. So much love, and I'll see you guys in the next Zerjoff video.